Hello everyone, this is Running on Empty Food Review. Well, hello ladies, gentlemen, and everyone watching. Thank you for tuning in. This is Running on Empty Food Review. I'm your host, the Report of the Week. Here we are. I am breaking out once again a wing collar with a gray suit this time, so you know I really mean business when that happens. This is a big one. This is an exciting one. You might be looking at me right now, and I know some people mention this from time to time, but I actually have an answer this time around. You might be saying, "Review bra, are you sleeping all right? Are you doing all right?" You know, I kind of see the eyes and stuff. I haven't been sleeping all right, but there's a reason. You ever get it where like you're really looking forward to something, you have this anticipation to it, and you're just so hyped up. You know, you just really can't rest or relax totally until it finally happens. When I received word that Popeyes was bringing back the rip-in chicken, I think that's what they call it, the rip-in chicken, I couldn't even get to sleep properly because this to me is a chance of redemption. This is a second chance, the second go around, and I was floored. I mean, it's like Christmas times two. That's all that I could even say to describe it properly. Popeyes is bringing back the rip-in chicken, though, and it's an interesting item, though. I originally tried this back in 2018, and that review, I don't want to say that it was cursed, though I kind of feel like it was. I remember when I originally tried it back in 2018, I don't know why, but there were problems with the video. And I don't know, I still never found out really what happened, but for those of you who might remember it, there were some serious issues in terms of that. So this is like the second go-around, hopefully much smoother and more successful than the first time. But Popeyes, yeah, the famous rip-in chicken, what is it exactly? It's available, number one, as a special meal deal. You can get it as a $6 big box, right, because it's big news and a big deal. You get two sides, some sauce, and then, of course, the rip-in chicken. What is the rip-in chicken? Right, rip-in chicken. It's really just a white meat chicken breast, which is kind of cut into strips. It almost looks like a hand. You can rip the strips off, and then it's like you have little chicken tenders in one. You'll see it. You'll see in a minute what it looks like, and then it's pretty self-explanatory, I would wager. But you get this box meal for the price of $6, which is pretty good. You know, those are some cheap eats, as they say. So, I think this is probably, you know, here's the other thing. When it's a few years between releases, it's always interesting for me to just see how items have changed, if they're better, if they're worse, if they're the same, etc., because they could really make tweaks and adjustments to the recipe in a span of years. I think, though, this is the progeny of the original. It may be actually a direct descendant. I wish I still had a sample of the one from 2018. I can kind of do a little DNA test or something on them, but unfortunately I don't. So this is what it looks like. All right, and you can see right there. Let's just get a quick thumbnail, and then I think I'll do another one. You know, something like that. But you can see, if you look real close there, what it looks like. It looks like a little bit of like a gloved hand, so to speak. So imagine, right, let's say it's cold out, and I imagine for most of us it is. You know, it's January, you're a little cold, so you put a glove on your hand, right? And then you take the gloved hand and you put it in batter, right? You put the gloved hand in batter, and then you put that in the fryer, and that's what the rip-in chicken looks like, right? Because you see the appendages right here. All right, now you can call it what you want. I think that's where I got in trouble the last time, so I'll try not to go with those analogies, though maybe I already did. Maybe we went too far. There I am between, in the valley of the rip-in chicken, right there. Right. But you can see what it looks like. You know, you rip it, and then you could dip it, etc. But yeah, I guess there's 5, you know, like a hand, right? It's like little appendages there. Let's just get another thumbnail real quick while we're at it, just like this. You know, it's waving at you, etc. All right, I'm just going to quit playing around. I'm just going to rip a piece off, just like that. See how easy that is? You just rip it off, and then you could eat it. I also got it with some red pepper jelly sauce. Thought that'd be pretty fun to dip it in. So first I'll just try it, let you know how good it is quality-wise, and we'll dip it, see how it pairs with the sauce, and we'll go from there. So the rip-in chicken from Popeyes going in. Mm-hmm. I would say that the chicken itself is pretty rippin' good. It's actually unrippin' believable, if you'd believe it. No, it is good though. All jokes aside, it tastes good. Gotta give him credit. There's a noticeable spice in the chicken this time around, which I like though. I'm feeling the it's real rippin' spicy to tell you the truth. It's good though. Every little bite of chicken, you could see. I think when I held it up, the meat to breading ratio is good. That's exactly what we want to see. Because sometimes, you know the way that goes, you bite into a piece of chicken, what do you get? You get more breading than you get actual meat. The good thing here is that I'd say it's like an even 50-50 balance. You still get a little bit of a crunch, so it's not overwhelmingly crispy, but you still taste that breading, that firm, there's a little bit of a crisp to it, but then you get this tender, juicy chicken on the inside and a good amount of it likewise, which is exactly what we want. The chicken itself, though, is flavorful, but the thing that I really notice about the chicken, I'm not sure if it's cayenne pepper. It definitely bears a similarity, but there's a noticeable spiciness in the chicken with every single bite, and I like that. There's some spice to it. There really is. So just be aware of that. You might even want to have a little bit of a drink nearby. They don't market it as being spicy, but there is spice in the chicken. Now I'm just gonna, I guess, kick it up a notch because we got the red pepper jelly sauce. So let's see how that pairs. Mmm. The red pepper jelly sauce is good. It adds even more spice, which now I think I have to hit the water this time around. A little bit of a tinge of sweetness to it as well. But yeah, that red pepper jelly sauce, let me tell you, does add some spice as well. This is what I was talking about, just if you want to see a good little cross section right here. See what I'm talking about? There's actually a good amount of meat in every one of these, which is exactly what we want to see. Because sometimes I think the way you see it in the ad, etc., well, that didn't work out. Let's try that again. There we go. I think sometimes they make it seem like it's so breaded, though. You're kind of getting ripped off and you're just getting more breading than you are chicken. But in this case, I think it's nice. It's dippable. It's something that I think definitely get a sauce with this. They intentionally make this that it's easy to eat, easy to dip, dipping size, etc. I'd say that the red pepper jelly sauce is a suitable dipping companion for the rip-in chicken. But overall, I think it's pretty good. It's straightforward. It's pretty creative, though. I like that spice that's in there. Chicken quality is good otherwise. A good amount of chicken as well. I'm pleasantly surprised by that. And overall, I think it's just fun to eat. It's just one of those little creative things, You can be all quirky now. You can get the rip-in chicken. You can hold up one hand with the regular, your human hand, and then the other with the rip-in chicken hand. And you can mess with people, you could say, which hand is the real one, and people are going to struggle with that because it does look very lifelike, so to speak. I wouldn't be surprised if the thing just comes alive and starts crawling around on the table at any second, to tell you the truth. It's one of those things where it's like you can say high five and you can hold up the rip-in chicken hand instead, and people just won't know what to do. It'll be a social experiment, as they say. So, just some ideas. You can have fun with it in more ways than one, but it tastes good too if you just prefer to eat it. It tastes good, easy to eat, easy to rip, tender, good quality chicken, but it packs a punch, let me tell you. Some unexpected spice, but it all works out well in the end. So, overall, I'm happy with it. I'm pleasantly surprised with it. I think it's a good item. At a good price, too. You get $6 for this box meal. 2 sides. I went with fries and a biscuit, of course. You know, your biscuit. And your dipping sauce. Pretty straightforward meal, but good for what it is. So, yeah, I say give it a shot. I think I enjoy this one now even more than I did in 2018. Because I think in 2018, I think it was pretty good, though I had like a complaint or two about it. But I think this one is actually, I don't know, I'm just enjoying it more than I did back then, to tell you the truth. So, out of 10, definitely a buy. I would give it an 8.4 out of 10. You know, an 8.4, definitely above average. I think the chicken quality is good, flavorful, tastes good, so yeah, 8.4 out of 10 is where it stands. Conclusion sip. So that's all that I have for you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, the Report of the Week. And by the way, if you have a shortwave radio, you can tune into my radio show every Thursday, Friday, Saturday evening on 5850 kilohertz at 9 p.m. Eastern. Just getting the word out, why not? Be safe, everyone, be healthy, and I wish you all the very best. Until next time, take care. I'm your host, the Report of the Week.